Okay, good evening. So the Wicked Witch performative art. So most of the components are already known to you. These are the three crucibles. I put just a little bit of oil and a little bit of enriched beeswax here and there, so the fire would extinguish pretty quickly. But here I placed, in top, just a little bit of oil, but quite a bit of beeswax. That was enriched, which is full of life forms and neos, and that's why it's burned for so long. But I thought maybe while it's still burning, not much is left burning, but while it's still burning, maybe you can try to take microscopic examination of two samples, while it's still burning, while there's still some freshness in it, and then of course watch it under the microscope. So let's do it now. So not much is left actually. Not much oil and wax is left. But let's just watch whatever we've got. So this will be the first. This is the first oish. So the oil, the burnt oil doesn't catch the cover really. So let's watch it without the cover. So we will not be able to zoom in to the maximum magnification because I don't want it to touch it. But we can use 64 and 160, which is enough. Just that the burnt oil doesn't stick to the glass cover. Let's take another one. Okay, so this is the second one. Now let's watch it under the microscope, the both of these. Should be very interesting. Okay. Just a moment. Just a second. Now, the microscope. Okay. So this is the microscope. These are the specimens. Let's start with this one. Okay. Okay, so this is the slide. Nice. Now, I'm not using the usual table. I'm using like this cabinet, which is higher. Let's hope it will be comfortable enough to use. So it will be difficult to focus because it's heavy material and we don't have much and we didn't put the cover, so it might be difficult to focus. We do see interesting life forms, but many a lot of burned material as expected. Actually not much to see because of maybe that there aren't many neos in the mixture from where I took it, and maybe it's just difficult to focus. I don't see much of anything actually. So not much to see here. Not much to see. Well, the fire is kind of like, I mean, not much oil is left, and you need to take stuff from the oil if you want to actually see something. It's still burning, but not much fire is left. Let's watch the other side. Maybe we'll be more lucky. Maybe you'll be more lucky with this one. Oh, so this is the second one. Oh, difficult to focus. Mostly burn stuff. So maybe I'll do like more, dedicated crucible experiments with more oil and slower burning to show you how it's possible to take stuff from the burning oil and to see like neurons on the burning oil and all sorts of like life forms. This actually looks like an interesting life forms. Very interesting. This is interesting. These also look like an interesting life form. So I'll show you how we can do it and watch many life forms and neurons on the end. You also see neurons here. So we got a little bit more lucky. Let's zoom in. But again, very difficult to focus here. But we do see some Nero here, some Neros, which is nice. But difficult to focus. But yeah, we do see life forms and we see some Neros, which is nice. So I will do some later, maybe a dedicated experience. I mean, this is part of like, an art exhibition, you understand it? The art, the nature of the art. But I mean, maybe later I'll do a more dedicated experiment, like specifically with burning oil, so you'll be able to see like how I take stuff from the burning oil and we watch it under the microscope and we can see all sorts of neurons and life forms and very like the demonic life forms, and it's actually very interesting. What's the problem? That's interesting actually. You see both a very nice Nero and a life form. Maybe we can zoom in on this. Oh, it's really difficult to focus because it's so heavy. So yes, I will if it's of interest to you to see like how I create like dedicated experiment with oil and beeswax and rich beeswax and life forms, I can show you how I take like drops of oil straight from the crucible, like while it's still burning oil, put it on the glass, And then we can see all sort of like the demonic life forms and Neros straight. And this is this a life form? I'm not sure. Or maybe I'm not sure. No. So it's actually very interesting to see all those. I mean, but this is a life form, yes. So here we see a life form. So we'll see also, yes, even like, it's of a train type, like the train bacteria, but of the demonic variety, which is very interesting. Like it's a train of the demonic variety, which is very, very interesting. Let's try to zoom in. So it's like the train bacteria, but with heat resistance. But I can't focus on this. So okay, I mean, so later tonight, or maybe tomorrow, I mean, it depends on this, the comments. I'll create like a dedicated experiment. I mean, not just like that, it is like more like of symbolic or artistic nature, but more in a scientific flavor, and in which I will show you like in more kind of like a rigorous way how I create like the mixture for the crucible, and we'll take reference samples like before and after, and I will also show you both like, I mean, what's happened after I mean, we stop the fire, because with crucible experiments, mostly it's not like that we keep it burning until the end. This symbolizes, of course, death, like, because, I mean, there is less and less fuel until, there is less, it's a dead candle. This symbolizes death. But, I mean, in like scientific crucible experiments, what you do is that you use like very strong fire, even more than what it was like in here. Even I use some turpentine usually, like that makes the fire much more strongly. So there is like a layer of oil, enriched beeswax, and a little bit of turpentine, and I fire it. But I do not keep it burning for a long time. I mean, I keep it burning like, depends on the crucible, between 5 minutes and 20 minutes. Usually not more than that. It really depends on the type of the crucible. The idea is that so that the beeswax should be melted. The turpentine burns first, most quickly, and the beeswax should be melted and mixed with the oil, but at least like 2/3 of it or half of it at least should stay. I mean, not burn, because otherwise it's just a dead matter, as you've seen. I mean, yesterday in what we've taken from this crucible, and mostly from what you've seen now. Even though here we still had some kind of like Neros and life forms, but very little. But the idea is not to keep it burning till the end. So I will show you, but to stop the fire using water or a little bit of water, or just stop it with kind of like, wrap it with something, fire resistant. To suffocate the fire. And so I'll show you both like how I will create like the crucible, and we'll take a reference sample and also sample from within the fire while it's burning and after it stopped burning. So it's gonna be very interesting, and surely we'll see demonic bacteria. I think you've already seen like right now you've seen some, but you'll see much more demonic bacteria. And if you are lucky, and this depends on the symbolic language, like in the symbolic signs that I need like to prepare for that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But if you are lucky and if it's like done right, you can actually see flies creating inside. If the fly is alive, it's like just run away. It flies away, and you won't be able to see it unless it comes back. Like 4 or 5 metallic wasps actually came back to my room. And that's how I was able to inspect them. Especially one of it that I captured. But mostly what you can see under the microscope is the flies that are not yet alive, that are like the half-baked. But it's still very, very interesting, and you can see amazing stuff. But you need to be lucky for that. But maybe and this best be taken just from the crucible while it's still burning, because after it stopped the fire, it's like a dud, like a Nero dud. It means that it slowly dissolves, it doesn't keep, but first let's finish with this artistic performance. Again, it burns for so long because this is not normal fire. You need to understand it's not normal fuel. It's like, the oil is burned long ago, like the bit of oil that I placed inside of it. But what burns now is the enriched beeswax, which is a beeswax which was placed in a container in one of my metal containers with the Nero juice for a long, long time. And what the Neros are doing, that they are, first of all, they create life form inside of it, but they also create much more, effective or much more, potent. So even just a tiny bit of this wax can burn for a long, long time. So let's keep it like burning until it's dead, and then and I'll eat something in the middle, like in between. So some people ask about like recipes for like for like the pitas, like the special pitas. So first of all, the most important component is the jam, and we don't have the jam right now. Maybe we'll have like a fresh batch of jam later when we actually conduct the experiments. You need to have like a jam which is packed with like a very big Neros and potentially with the demonic life forms, but that's more like a matter of taste. It's more like a variety. But the important material, the important, like, the spice is the Neros, and we need to create it like in the jam. So this is first. And so what I've done is, I now recall, it was like 5 days, and each day I ate like, one pita or one lahmania, piece of bread, cylindrical piece of bread. One time it was 2 times hummus and like a spoon of jam. I think it was from the one that did not contain uranium, just charcoal, burnt oil, and the jam, like the Nero juice. And some other day with lahmania. So in the other day it was pita with chocolate, like chocolate ashachar. It wasn't chocolate and hummus together. Some people ask, no, chocolate and hummus. Like this one, it's like, the vegan variety. I recommend the vegan variety of the chocolate spread. With, of course, with the charcoals and the demonic flavoring and the Neros, and with the lahmania, like with the cylindrical bread, it was from the other container that also contained a little bit of uranium, from the container with the holes, like from this one, like with this one, that the uranium maker. So it was like a little bit of uranium, which actually gave it a little, noticeable punch. And tuna, just canned tuna, standards, like like this one, pretty regular, and maybe hummus as well. So I've eaten like 2 of these, I think. So in total, like 5 days, that each day I've eaten like either pita or like lahmania with a spoonful of each time, with a spoonful, not like tablespoon, like small spoon, like. This spoon, with with the jam that is, enriched with the robots and the life forms, and on the last 2 days also, or 3 days also, like a bit of uranium. So yeah, mostly it tastes. My main complaint is about the oil, because it's rather oily, because again the jam from the crucible is very oily. Because it's not burned like now. Like what we do with the crucible is that we burn it only a little bit, or like mostly like it's most like only half of the fuel is burned, because you need the oil like to preserve the Neros. So otherwise it's dead matter. So it's very oily. I wish there was like a better recipe for it to be less oily, but it's a problem, because if you just burn all the oil, you don't get like the good stuff. So I need to work on that recipes, but it's not of the highest priority right now.